Before you water your Monstera, make sure the topsoil is dry before you water it again. And about after 10 minutes, you can check the outer pot, and pour out the excess water. Or if you have the tray, you pour out the water from the tray.
Yeah, and you should water your Monstera around once a week during summer and once every second week during winter. But this all depends on the weather and where you live and everything. So add it to Planta, and Planta will take care of that for you. So when it comes to fertilizers and what to use for Monstera, we usually recommend liquid fertilizing. And you can use any one that's adapted for indoor housing plants, a general one, or for tropical plants. Really doesn't matter. Some are more specified on tropical plants and some are not, but they are really easy to fertilize. So add it to once every second watering.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Or if you want, you can have the option to choose slow release fertilizing sticks in Planta. So you have two options. So, humidity. This plant, it's a tropical plant, so of course it loves high humidity. It will do fine also in medium humidity, but if you can provide it with high, that's perfect.
And if you want to raise your humidity indoors, you can use a humidifier or a pebble tray or clump your plants together. You can also mist the leaves, but this is debated on how much it works to raising the humidity around it.
Yeah.
You might need to mist them the whole day and skip your work because you want to mist your leaves. But yeah,
That's a good reason.
that's a good
I
reason.
think. Yeah. It doesn't harm the plant, so
No.
mist away. Just be careful when the leaves are unfurled like this,
Yeah.
to mist on the unfurled leaves, but otherwise.
It might lead to browning on the new leaves if you mist them. So when it comes to cleaning, you can do this in several ways.
Yeah.
You can either use like some sort of this, and you can carefully wipe the leaves to get rid of dust and other things. The most common one might be the damp cloth that you also brush over the leaves with.
Pretty.
You can also place it in the shower and can spray all over the leaves to get rid of like marks and dust and stuff like that.
The most easiest one, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. This will increase the absorbing of the light.
Yeah, if you remove dust and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So, lights and location.
And this one wants part sun, part shade, but they can handle shadier locations. Just make sure that it's not a dark location. Because they love indirect light, but they can't be placed where it doesn't get any light at all. So it still needs light. So make sure to measure your spot and choose a spot where it preferably gets like a bright indirect light or some hours of sun each day, but not more than that.
If you place this in full sun, you will most likely get scorched leaves.
And if you place it too dark, it might get overwater really fast. around once every year. You might need to repot this, and you can see on the roots. So if you remove like the inner pot or something like that and then check the roots, you can see when it's time to repot them, because they can start to grow out from the plastic pot, or they can almost get root bound in the pot, and then you really need to repot them. So check them once every year, and if they need a bigger pot, just go up pot size, and then you can choose your soil that's recommended for it.
This actually is a new plant, and I think it's time to repot. Can you see it? There you go!
And you can use all-purpose soil or soil suited for indoor house potted plants or anything like that. Just general soil for indoor plants. Some also mix their own soil, and some plant them in leka, and some plant them in pond, or just grow them in water. So you can do it in several ways, but soil is the most common one.
They're not so picky.
No.
Bugs, pests, insects.
They usually get like thrips, and that's the most common one we get in Planta. If they or the users contact us with some problems with the pests on their Monstera, it's usually thrips. You can see damages from them on the leaves, or they can crawl on the backside of the leaves, like small whites.
So small. It's
Super
very
tiny.
hard to see.
Yeah, and you can get like yellow and brown spots, or silvery spots with small black dots on them. But the leaves will start to look sick. It's not like they got scorched from the sun, or they just have like one small dot. It's not like that. They usually get like sick and healthy looking.
You can almost mistake them for soil. They are so tiny, and sometimes you think it's just a soil dust. So make sure you check very closely.
Yeah. Sadly, Monstera can get several different kinds of pests, and thrips are not the only one. They can get like spider mites and I don't know, all of them.
All of them.
They seem to love the leaves because they are kind of thin and tasty, I guess.
They look delicious.
Yeah,
they
they do.
actually do.